Hi, this is Gore. I'm in Langkawi right now. I'm in this part of Langkawi. I have with me here a Perodua Myvi 1.3 XT, year 2014. So we have a look at this car, see what is it all about. The Perodua Myvi 1.3 XT was available from April of year 2014 until its production ceased in December 2014, just before the launch of the Myvi icon. This Perodua Myvi 1.3 XT replaces the 1.3 standard edition, which is the SX and for manual transmission, and then the EZ for automatic transmission. So once this car is launched, Perodua Myvi standard edition is no longer available. This car comes with a 5-speed manual transmission or a 4-speed automatic transmission. With this car, it also comes with the remote control, which has two black buttons. The black button, the big one, actually unlocks and locks the car like this. So press once, the light flashes twice, the door is unlocked. Press one more time, the light flashes once, the door is locked. Then there's a little button, there's a smaller button, smaller black button. This is what you call panic siren or car finder. That means if you find a suspicious character next to your car, you can press this button. The alarm will sound, and then it will frighten off the would-be car thief. And if you are trying to find your car in a big car park, you can also use this feature to like this. So the sound of the siren will direct you to where your car is. So let's unlock this car and see what is it all about. Exterior view, Perodua Myvi XT 1.3 has an extra chrome lining down here, and then the extra thing is gone are the steel rims. So all Perodua Myvi XT get this kind of alloy rim, which is seen in the previous first generation Perodua Myvi. This car gets a ventilated disc brake. This car also gets a 175 60 14-inch 175 65 series for tires for 14-inch rim. The exterior view also down here, you have the projector headlight. This is the main headlight, which is a projector bulb. This one here is a high beam. I believe it's H7. Is it H7 or H8? I can't quite remember. Let me check it out later. I'll put it into the comments afterwards. This is the this one down here is a position lamp, and then your turn signal is at the bottom over here. Okay, to open up the car, to open up the hood, pull this lever here. And I need both hands for this, so hang on a while. This car gets a engine, a K3VE engine sourced from Toyota. So down here is your brake fluid reservoir. Then your washer fluid reservoir is over here. This is the filler for the engine oil. And down here is a dipstick for engine oil. And down here is a radiator main cap, but this cap, be careful, do not open when it's warm. And if you need to fill up your radiator, obviously you fill from here. This is the reservoir for this is the spare tank for the radiator. You have a battery, you have a fuse box down there, and then that stick with the red hook is actually your automatic transmission dipstick. This car does not have ABS, so hence down there is empty, blank space. And then this one down here, this is the screen, this is the opening for you to check the health of your air condition. The car must be turned on, the air condition must be on before you can see anything from down there. So there's a date down here to indicate roughly when this car was manufactured, 26 September 2014. Okay, let's close it up and look at the inside of this vehicle. So this car gets manual seat control. So this one controls the seat back. There is no seat height adjuster inside this car. And then there is this bar down here, adjust the seat position. Then for the door, this one is the door handle, your lock, your power window controls are here. Power window on off switch. Once it's down, that means once it's pressed down like this, only the driver can operate its power window. The rest of the windows are locked. And then there's a bottle holder and some storage space down there. In line with the Myvi XT, Myvi XT gets this extra part down here painted in silver, and also this part here is painted in silver too. Okay, this car comes with a key access, so the key cylinder is down there. So insert the key into the key cylinder, and then you can start up your vehicle like this. Down there you have your mirror control. So left for the left mirror, the right hand side for the right side mirror. So once you select the right side mirror or any of the mirror, select one and then press you can adjust the mirror by pressing in which direction you want the mirror to be moved. This car does not have fold-in mirror, so you can see it's only left right mirror adjustment. Okay, then down here you have your instrument cluster. Let me reposition this thing so that it doesn't, so you get a better view. Okay, so that's the instrument cluster down there. The instrument cluster lights up when you turn on the engine. So you have a tachometer, you have the speedometer in the middle, and the thermometer on the right hand side. Over here is a thermometer. Then in the middle here, this is a multi-info display. Okay, so the if you switch on the lights, the meter will dim, the light will dim a little bit. So for those who are driving at night, just be careful. Make sure you turn on your headlights. You can always look out the window to tell whether the headlights are on or off. Okay, now let's look at the instrument. Let's look at the multi-info display, which is down here. Currently, I'm showing average fuel consumption, which is 16 kilometers per liter. Sorry, 16 kilometers. Yeah, correct. 16 kilometers per liter of travel. 16 kilometer travel per for every liter of fuel used. And then this car has traveled 63,654 kilometers. There are two levers to control the multi-info display, the right lever and also the left hand side lever. The left hand side lever controls the upper row, which you can switch between range, and you can switch between average fuel consumption. The range cannot be set. The range is just to tell you roughly how far this car can go before I run out of fuel. So according to the fuel gauge, I only have half tank of fuel left. And then there's a little arrow on the left hand side of the petrol filler icon. The left hand side, let me move it in a little bit. So this left hand side indicate that the petrol filler is on that side of the car. Okay, so let's see whether I can. No, cannot reach. Cannot reach, huh? Okay, let's see. Alright. Then to reset your average fuel consumption, all you have to do is just press and hold down the lever like this. Then the average fuel consumption goes off. Then you have to drive about 5 to 6 kilometers before you can actually get the figure back. Okay, so that's how you reset your average fuel consumption. Then on the right stop, this right lever down here, this one switch between odometer. You have trip A, you have trip B, and because my headlights are on, you also be shown the meter illumination control. So for meter illumination control, you can control by pressing this button down here like this. So it toggle to minimum, and then if you hold it down a little bit while longer, it will toggle back to maximum, and the cycle repeats itself. So back to odometer. trip A and trip B can be set by this way. That means select the trip that you want to reset, so press it and hold it down. The trip meter resets back to 0. Then you can start measuring the distance travel from here. Trip A is also reset in such a same manner. So once you reset to 0, you can drive the car, and then the car would then you can start measuring how far you have gone from there. So if the headlights turn off, this lever here will only cycle between odometer, trip A, trip B, and then goes back to odometer. This car comes a urethane steering wheel. There are no controls on the steering wheel. There's no urethane steering wheel down here, and then you still have an airbag. You have 2 airbags, one down here and one for the passenger side over there. Now if you look at the dashboard, there is no opening or there's no extra slot for the airbag. That is because the airbag is flush fitted inside the dashboard itself. Then move a little bit down here, you have your main blowers, 2 of them in the middle. There's one more blower over there, and there's one more blower over here. Then you have your player. For the player, I have done a separate review for this player itself. So to give it a once over, Myvi XT gets an extra feature of Bluetooth connectivity and also USB port down here. Then the Myvi XT also feature an extra portion down here which is painted in silver. Okay, so you have your aircon controls over here. It's the main blower, and this one. Then this one down here is main blower, and the floor. I can't see where the floor blower is coming up from, but it comes up from somewhere over there. Then the floor only. Then this is the front demister with floor blower. Front demister, actually the aircon blows up from over there. And of course the last one is a front demister. So you select the mode by selecting this thing like this. There's an aircon on off button down here. I need to turn on the air condition first before I can use this button. So this is aircon off, this aircon on. So you hear the aircon compressor running right now. Okay, it's blowing up cold air. And then if you press it one time, it goes to off. When it goes to off, the wind still blows, but its air condition is off. Leave it on for a while. And then this one here is the aircon temperature control. This side is colder, that side is warmer. So this one goes to this side. The further you go to this side, the cooler the temperature gets. And then this is the rear demister, on off, on off. Then this one here is your fan speed control. Fan speed control is done by turning this dial in the middle, and then if you turn the dial on the outside, it will switch between fresh air and recirculation like this. So this is recirculation, it's fresh air, recirculation down here. Then you have a hazard button over here together with some storage in here. And then this car gets this kind of gear shift knob, and then this car comes with 4-speed automatic transmission. So with 3-speed mode and 2-speed mode. There's a shift lock button down here. That means, for example, if your car cannot be turned on, okay, maybe the engine cannot be turned on for any number of reasons, and you need to shift this gear to go to neutral, or need to free the gear so that it can be towed or whatever thing. Putting the brake on the brakes does not allow it to be shifted. So the only way out is to press this shift lock button down and then shift the lever this way to neutral. So that's what I call a shift lock button. So the shift lock button allows the transmission to be shifted even though the engine is not running. That means from P to reverse, even when the engine is not running. Then there is some storage space down there. There's some cup holder down there. There is a power outlet down there. Bottle holder, cup holder. So that's the bottle holder, cup holder. Yeah, the passenger side do get it. Passenger door do get it. So here got 2 more. And then here, because this is an automatic transmission, So automatic transmission cars get a storage box over here, and if you buy the manual version of this Myvi, the gear stick will be here, then your storage box will be in this position. So here's where the storage box will be if for those who are driving the manual version. Okay, and on the passenger door, you still get that silver painted part together with this part, which is in silver. You have a door lock, door handle, bottle holder, and some storage space down there. Then you have a glove box down here, and underneath the seat it has a under seat tray. Now for this car, there's no button to lock all the doors. To lock all the doors, you need to push this lever on the driver door itself. So if you see passenger door lock already, and then you can unlock all the doors by pulling the lever on the driver door. So unlock, lock. Okay, let's say you just got into your car, start your engine. When you put the foot on the brakes, the door does not lock automatically, unlike its predecessors. Starting with cars launched after year 2011, drivers have to manually lock the door when you are inside the vehicle. And however, when you have reached your destination and then you turn off the ignition, the door unlocks automatically. So you can get out of the car like that. Okay, so stepping on the brakes does not lock the car. Drivers have to lock it manually. Up here, you have a vanity mirror. Then you have some grip down there, vanity mirror, and the map reading light for the passenger side, the driver side, and then this one is the main interior lamp. This is set to door mode at the moment, so that means if I open the door or any door like this, the light lights up. Close, the light goes off. Then if I put to the middle, it's permanent off. If I put to this side, it's permanent on. And then on the driver side, you have a tab for you to slot in things, and then you have a vanity mirror on the side of the the door visor itself. It's fabric up here, unlike its predecessors. Okay, and let's go to the back of the vehicle and continue this review. Yes, I forgot to mention, Myvi XT gets this kind of color, grey color seat like this. In the older edition, the 1.3 standard, which is the SX and EZI, they get this part here is the same color with the door trim. So Myvi XT get a darker grey version. The material looks a bit thicker compared to its predecessors. Okay, but unfortunately there's no shopping hook on either of the seat, except that there is a pocket down here on two sides. Then there's some storage over here, and there's two cup holder, bottle holder down there. Then on the door, you still have a lock, a handle. You have a handle to close the door. There's a speaker. The speaker is down on that side. This side also got speaker, but it's a bit dark to see. This is the speaker down here. I have had the seat adjust to my driving position. I have this much of room, so that means 4 fingers can slot in the distance between the seat. Actually 5 fingers also can go in like that. Okay, so I get a lot of room, and I get about from here till here, 4 fingers stacked on top of each other. I'm still able to slot 4 fingers between the top of the car like this and the top of my head. So it's quite roomy in the rear. The rear seats can be folded down. So first thing is locate the lever down here, lift up this part, and then push it down like that. Oops, the keys. Okay, then carefully lift up this part, lift up this one, and then fold the seats down flat. The seat fold flat against the back of the car itself. And you can repeat the same for the other side. So on this side, lift up this one. It's a bit stuck. Okay, I managed to clear the thing and then put it down this way. And then lift up this piece down here and then lower down the seat. So now the seat falls flat against the back. And then now at the back down here, there's a clip like this. So this is where you slot your seat belt when the seat is folded down. Okay, this one better slot it up here. There's the hole down there, and then slot this part into here. So this one you can just leave it in here. And the reason why I asked you to put this one down here is so that when you fold up the seat, the belt won't be caught between that and this, so that when you raise this up, the seat belt won't get caught underneath there. Okay, so lower down. Yes, only the seat, and lift up this piece like this. Lift it like this, and then carefully make sure these two stays out of the way, and then oops. Okay, make sure these two stays out of the way, and then push it in. So Myvi now comes back in like this. It's quite roomy, even though if that seat is down, I can still fit into the back like this. Okay, even though if that seat is down, I still can sit comfortably on the small side. Okay, so three. Okay, let's look at the other one. On this side is also the same. Make sure the buckle is in here like this, and then slide this belt into this thing down here. So once you have got the belt out of the way and slot the belt into here, then you can lift up this piece, and you notice that it clears the way. Then this car has the seat back has two different positions. Okay, this is the first position. Then you can lift it up and push it down to the second position. So second position, you see this is actually further down, this is actually further up. And then lastly, you can lift up this piece, and the same thing, make sure these don't get caught underneath the seat. Okay, oh, one only, oh my god. Okay, for the rear seat belt, for the rear passenger, the seat belt is a standard 3-point seat belt like this, so just very regular 3-point seat belt. Okay, I said oops just now. It's because there was supposed to be one more black buckle. I think the black buckle has gone underneath the seat. It's gone underneath the seat already. I can't see where it was. I've been looking for it for the past few days, couldn't find it. But so this piece is pretty useless, because the black buckle, I think somebody pushed it down underneath there. So the black buckle actually turned this belt into a 3-point seat belt. So this one goes into the black buckle, and this one goes into that one over there that says center. There's one that says center there. This one says center. So this goes in there, and this one goes into the black buckle. But the black buckle, I think somebody pushed it underneath here. Maybe the previous renter did that. I wouldn't know. Okay, so for those of you who want to know, I'm going to leave in the comment section. I will leave in the comment section how to use this belt. This belt actually same with the Myvi icon actually use the same belt with this kind. So when you're not in use, just slot the black buckle into this slot down here. Also seen for the first time in Myvi Lucky Bags, the antenna can be rotated up and also can be rotated flat if you're afraid of damages. Then to open the trunk, lift up this piece. Let's correct this one. You see, this seat is in the first position, and that one is already in the second position. So that's why the two seat is in different level. To realign, you just have to lift up this piece and bring it down like that. There is supposed to be a parcel shelf in this car, but I think Kasina must have removed it, and maybe they took it for washing or something like that. The parcel shelf need to be turned up to a certain angle so that the bar can clear from this hook over here and this one over there. The parcel shelf is missing from this car. Okay, there's supposed to be a parcel shelf, but I think Kasina maybe have taken it off for washing or cleaning. And then the back down here, there is some storage space. You can put in small stuff, small item into here. But what I usually put on my Myvi icon is I put the user manual into there and the work lamp. I do not know if this one comes with the car, but if it did, that means Myvi XT gets this as an extra option. Then there's a carpet down here. You can see the spare tire and the toolbox at the bottom. Okay, so this one down here actually is the LED lamp for the brake and also for tail lamp. This one down here is a T20 bulb used for turn signal, and this one inside this hole here is also another T20 bulb, but this is used for reverse lamp. Let me turn on the signal, the lights, so that you can see this. Okay, there is a T10 bulb in there, and there's a screw somewhere around here for you to remove and also replace the bulb in there, the reverse, the signal, the license plate bulb. The license plate lamp, there's another one more on this side itself. And then this handle over here is the release for the tailgate. So tailgate can be lifted up and lowered. At the back, there is a reverse sensor on here, and then there is a towing latch down here, so you can use it. You can peel off this and then put in the towing bar for this car to be towed. Then there's some reflector at the bottom of this car down there. So this has been Perodua Myvi 1.3 XT version. Oh yes, the rear actually gets the drum brake, and then the front tire gets ventilated disc brakes in the front. And last but not least, these cars do have headlight warning sensor. Okay, I hope this video helps. To my next video, this is the Perodua Myvi 1.3 XT. To my next video, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Bye bye.